Quick question for you. Let's say you could move anywhere in Florida. Where would it be? You love the idea of the Florida lifestyle, but you're not quite sure you just want sunshine and palm trees. You want energy, you want culture, walkability, waterfront views, and a real lifestyle. Then maybe, just maybe, St. Petersburg is exactly what you're looking for. Today, I'm breaking down why so many people are relocating to the St. Petersburg, Florida area, and what makes it different from other parts of Tampa Bay, and why this city continues to attract professionals, families, retirees, and people looking to redefine what it means to live the dream. I'm breaking down the vibrant downtown area, the pier, the waterfront lifestyle, the arts, museums, the entertainment, sports, and major events, and the type of homes and price ranges in downtown, Old Northeast, and Kenwood, which are collectively three of the most popular and most sought after and most valuable real estate in all of Pinellas County. Now make sure you stay until the very end, because I'm going to explain how we strategically plan your move here so that there are absolutely no surprises once you arrive. So let's get into it. Downtown St. Petersburg, the energy. Downtown St. Petersburg has transformed over the last decade, and you won't believe what it looks like now. At the center of it all is the St. Pete Pier. It's 26 full acres stretching into Tampa Bay with walking paths, amazing restaurants, green space, a splash area for the kids, and some of the best sunset views on the Florida West Coast. But it's not just about the pier. You've got Beach Drive, lined with upscale dining, rooftop bars, coffee shops, boutique hotels, marinas, and waterfront parks and museums that really connect the entire downtown corridor. Now, what makes this city so attractive is that you can walk almost anywhere, from anywhere in the downtown area. And in Florida, that's exceedingly rare. Now, the downtown area has been masterfully planned with pedestrian accessibility as a major part of every street and every corner, making getting to whatever you want to get to around the downtown area easy and scenic as you're on your way. Now, that's what separates this downtown area from downtown Tampa. Now, don't get me wrong. Downtown Tampa has great spots like Hyde Park and Bayshore. But in my opinion, downtown St. Petersburg really nails it when it comes to maximizing the walkability factor. Now, you don't have to drive when you're in downtown St. Pete. Park in one centralized spot, as they have tons of covered and street parking available 24/7. Then walk to wherever you want, safely and comfortably on wide sidewalks using very efficient crosswalks as well. Next up, arts, culture, and entertainment. If lifestyle matters to you, St. Pete really delivers. The Mahaffey Theater hosts Broadway shows, concerts, and national performances. The Museum of Fine Arts and other galleries throughout the downtown area create a really strong arts culture. Sports fans love the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They play soccer right on the waterfront at Lang Stadium. And every year down there, the streets actually turn into a race course during the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg, bringing national attention and serious excitement to the city. Now, this is not a sleepy town. It's totally active. It's engaging. It's energetic. You also have major attractions like the Salvador Dali Museum and the Pier, which I love because it turns the downtown area into a place where people can actually visit local vendors, grab a pizza, stroll along the waterfront, gazing at, everything the downtown area has to offer. Now, when you add all of this up, the art galleries, the museums, the entertainment opportunities, the excellent dining options, you get an amazing, unforgettable culture which adds richness to your lifestyle and makes the area a real home, not just a place to live. Now let's talk about why the walkable lifestyle is so attractive. One of the biggest reasons buyers call me about St. Pete specifically is the lifestyle. They want to walk to dinner after seeing a show. They want to have a morning run along the water. They actually want entertainment without getting on the interstate or having to battle tons of slow-moving traffic. St. Pete offers waterfront biking trails, parks stretching for miles, dog-friendly spaces, marina access, and a variety of outdoor festivals and events year-round. Now, this might be helpful for some of you that are actually thinking about relocating here from out of state. Okay, so most of my personal clients that work remotely, that relocated from larger cities, to them, this feels like a smaller waterfront version of urban living that they experienced in coastal cities like Miami, like Fort Lauderdale, but without the crazy traffic, overly crowded venues, or overall congestion. So what do your real estate options look like here in the downtown St. Pete area? If you want to live in the heart of everything, downtown is largely condo and townhome driven. That gives you the ability to live a fairly maintenance-free lifestyle with the ability to be very flexible with your time. Now that means you can just lock up the house and head over to either Clearwater St. Petersburg International Airport, which is about 15 minutes away, or you can head over to the Tampa International Airport, which is roughly 30 minutes away from downtown St. Petersburg. Now, living downtown makes it all easy and unbelievably convenient. Now, here's what buyers are typically seeing in today's market as far as prices go. You'll find entry-level condos in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. Mid-range luxury is going to start at about $600,000 and go up to $2 million. With ultra-luxury real estate on waterfront, you're talking $2.1 to $7 million. Now, many buildings offer secure parking, rooftop pools, fitness centers, concierge service, and immediate walkability. But here's what you must understand if you're planning to move here in the future. HOA fees vary significantly. Insurance costs can vary from building to building, and flood zones matter in certain waterfront locations. So I strongly recommend against first or second floor unit occupancy unless there's a parking garage or a lobby floor underneath it. Third floor and up will be much more likely to be, you'll actually be safer from floodwaters in those higher floors. Now remember that the central downtown area inventory is usually in higher demand than the surrounding area, and it moves pretty quickly when priced correctly. So having your purchase strategy ready and in place before you're actually ready to buy is the key to your success here. So let's talk about Old Northeast. This is historic charm at its absolute finest. Now you'll love the homes here. They have lots of character. You're on brick streets and tree-lined avenues. Old Northeast is one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of Tampa Bay. This neighborhood just oozes originality and substance. Here's what you can expect to find in Old Northeast. You have your 1920s to 1930s historic homes. You have craftsman bungalows, Mediterranean-style properties, large front porches on most of the homes, and you also have great walkability to downtown. Price ranges here often start around the $850,000 range and can easily exceed $3 million for waterfront or fully restored homes. Now, these homes are truly elegant, timeless, and established. But older homes require really careful inspections. You have to be super cognizant of the age of the roof, the plumbing updates, and the electrical panels. And remember, you need guidance navigating these purchases. They can be a little bit tricky. Now, Old Northeast is one of those neighborhoods that is just totally breathtaking to walk through. Now, these homes are not cookie cutter by any stretch of the imagination. They are predominantly custom construction, and it really, really shows. No two homes look alike, inside or out. Now, that's classic old Florida charm, pumped up on steroids. So next up is Historic Kenwood. It's artistic and community focused. Now, over the last decade, Kenwood has grown tremendously in population. The question is why? Let's talk about that. It offers affordability relative to Old Northeast, with an average property in the Kenwood area selling for 19% lower than comparables in Old Northeast. There's also a real artistic vibe, strong neighborhood engagement, and an abundance of beautiful craftsman-style homes. Typical pricing begins in the 500s and moves well into the 800s and higher. Now, depending on renovations and size, for most buyers, Kenwood offers the best balance of charm, value, and proximity to downtown. Now, here, you'll actually find a wide variety of homes, including classic bungalows and an occasional multifamily unit containing between 2 and 4 units. Now, these are generally owned by investors and are mostly well-maintained. Now, hey, listen, before we go any further, let me say this. Moving to St. Petersburg isn't just about loving the pier or enjoying museums or the farmers market on weekends. It requires a strategy. Here's what you need to understand before you move here. So, what are the things you need to focus on before moving? How about property taxes, insurance costs, flood zones, HOA structures, long-term resale potential, and future growth and development. Now, if you're planning to make your move and relocate to the St. Petersburg area within the next 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months from outside the state, or maybe just across the state of Florida, or possibly just across town, my team and I are actually standing by. We're here to help build a clear relocation plan for you. Use the contact information in the description below. Call, text, or email, or schedule a Zoom consultation. We'll make sure that your move is done the right way, with clarity and confidence. Now next, let's discuss waterfront lifestyle without the chaos. Now simply put, St. Petersburg gives you the following: waterfront living, active nightlife, arts and culture, professional sports, walkability, and a strong sense of community, but without all the congestion of, let's say, a downtown overpriced Miami, or maybe the the lack of activity options in a place like Sarasota, or the extreme high cost of a place like San Diego, California, without the intensity of larger metro areas, without the overwhelming pace of some bigger cities. And that balance is why so many individuals and families are choosing St. Petersburg over other areas. The question is, do you think it'll work for you? Now, St. Petersburg has long-term appeal. St. Petersburg continues attracting remote professionals, healthcare workers, entrepreneurs, retirees, families, former and current professional athletes, and active artists. St. Petersburg is truly diversified. It's desirable, and it offers lifestyle, value appreciation, and long-term real estate appeal. But timing, negotiating strategy, and professional guidance, plus due diligence, those things truly matter. Our job is to make sure that you are fully informed of all your options and therefore are able to make an educated decision when you're ready, based on your timeline and your budget. Hey, listen, if you're serious about moving to the St. Petersburg, Florida area, you don't have to navigate this unpredictable market or its dangerous pitfalls alone. There are lots of mistakes that you don't have to make. Now, we're here to make sure that you get the best possible home for the best possible price, and we're looking forward to working with you. Now, the next step is for you to reach out. In the description below, you'll find my phone number, my email, and my direct link to schedule a Zoom call. Now, what do you do next? Reach out so that we can have a discussion. We'll talk about your budget, your timeline, your ideal lifestyle, and whether living downtown, Old Northeast, or Kenwood fits you best. Now, whether you're relocating from across the country or maybe just across the bridge in the next 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, we'll make sure that your move to St. Petersburg is smooth, strategic, and successful. If this video was helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your questions and comments below. I'll personally respond. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, home is Tampa Bay.